Good morning, and welcome there we go. Welcome to Wednesday, the 10th of June. All right, let me just go and do my viewer thing. So now you can talk to me. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can always come over to Bridget's Astrology on Facebook and just click join, and I'll let you in. Um, So there's that. And then you can interact live. All right. Or you can just comment and I will reply. All right. So today we have the moon in Aries. All right. So we've definitely got some drive, some let's do this. Remembering though that Mars is in Taurus and it is completely unaspected today. All right. So Mars is so this is why I said it's a bit of a slow start, all right? So because the moon is at 7. Good morning, Mel. How are you? The moon is at 7 degrees of Aries. Neptune's at 4. All right. So we've still got that Neptune connection to the moon. Like I said, with Mars being a little bit lazy and unaspected. So it's taken a little bit of time to chill out. So, but once you get, good morning, Louise. Once you get the energy and the drive started, it's a bit of a self-perpetuating machine. All right. Good morning, Karen. Happy birthday. Good morning, Susan. How are you? All right. So, um, so Moon is applying to Saturn. So this is why I've said that you need a plan. All right. So with just what I said, with the Moon being lazy, still connected somehow to Neptune, it is separating, but it's still it's a slow start. All right. So that Moon conjunct Saturn is at 5:30 p.m. Good morning, Helen. How are you? So once we get the wheels, the cogs turning, then we're going to have a bit of a chance to get things done. Like I said, it is really important today to have a plan, whether it's a list with tick boxes or anything like that. Then it's just about getting started. You're welcome, Karen. Thank you. Coffee delivery. Hang on, I've got to have a sip. Mm. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Now, the moon is also, good morning, Kath. Good morning, DG. The moon is also coming up to square Mercury in Cancer. All right. So we've got an Aries moon, which is quite brave, confrontational, innocent, naive. There's quite a lot of things associated with this Aries moon, but with that square to the moon, with the square to Mercury in Cancer, I wonder if there could be some tension with having conversations with family members potentially, all right? Or, maybe you're stuck in a state that is familiar to you, but you want to move on from that, but you're not quite sure how. Again, look at the plan, all right? Because why? Because I am mature and I have shit to do. So, now, in the sky, Mercury is sextile Mars. All right, so again, once those cogs start turning, then we've got that, think of the watches that you wind them up and then eventually they just keep going. So it's going to be one of those days, all right? So Mercury is sextile Mars and square Saturn. Again, with the hard start, all right? We know we have a job to do, but we've got to get ourselves up and running. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So now we had that beautiful Venus conjunct Jupiter this morning at 5 a.m. So that is now definitely, um, I don't know, how does it feel for you? How did you go yesterday? I know I had a lovely day. I made all those amends that I had to do. My experience was positive. So I definitely utilized the energy. Now it's Wednesday. I've just had my conversation with Annie over in Denver. So, and by the end of the conversation, she was like, "Oh my God, I've been talking to her for 5 years. All right, we have amazing conversations, but it's one of those things where the penny drops. Oh my God, you can use astrology to plan things like that." And it's like, yes, you can. It is still a great time to potentially reach out to family members that maybe you haven't spoken to for a while. all right, and have meaningful conversations where you express your emotions and put up boundaries, all right. So um, I think that Mercury in Cancer, again, with the ancestral conversations that have always been the way they are, but it doesn't have to be like that, all right. You can move things along. It's part of evolution, you know. Now, another one that we have today that is exact, I have not written down the time, I'm sorry, but Mercury is square Saturn. Now, that is going to be exact at, let's have a look. Blah, 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 blah. That is going to be at around, around 3:30. All right, so I wonder if being responsible in a conversation could be some type of thing. um yeah, just think Saturn, all right. He loves hard lessons, and in Aries he's all about being responsible for yourself as a person, as an individual. um you know, Saturn in Aries is trying to traverse a landscape that he's not 100% aware of. All right, it's a new thing, Aries. All right, this new thing. So maybe we're trying to be responsible whilst not actually quite knowing what we're doing, but we're doing it anyway because Jupiter Venus says it feels good. All right, so if it feels good for you, then go do that. All right. Um, that's pretty much the day. All right. So again, the if there is going to be any sort of tension with words, then I feel like it's going to be around that 6 p.m. mark. But if you are able to, like I said, establish boundaries, be responsible, respond to situations, don't react. All right. Because when we react, we're coming from a place that we've always done it that way. So think ancestral, family of origin, subconscious patterns of behavior, blah, blah, blah. All right, but now with Uranus in Gemini, we're looking at things with a different perspective. We're able to communicate differently, all right, because it's all new, it's all changing, and Mercury is being tricky already. Honestly, I said this yesterday, and I'm just seeing it everywhere. I'm hearing it everywhere. People are like, "What the fuck is going on with Mercury?" It's not in shadow, but it's in the sign that it's going to retrograde in, so we're already feeling it. All right, again, Cancer. All right, so it's going to be, now is the time to deal with family members, all right, or deal with your home. If you are renovating, any sort of contractual type of things with your home. Um, yeah, just be aware that Mercury is already shadowy. He's already being tricky. So let's draw a card. Ooh, which card are we going to do? No, I don't feel like those ones. Mm, let's go with this one because I feel like I need a little bit of a myth. Let's get a bit of mythology into this because that's also ancestral as well. Through the generations and eons, humans have created stories to pass on. We are storytellers. That's how we teach our kin, how humans react. All right, I said that yesterday to my mom. It's like, look, this is what I do. I'm a pattern recognizer. I look at, I look at ancestry and the stories of our people, and our charts as an instruction manual or an identifier of the lessons we need to be learning in life. And that's all it is. Like, we can't feel bad, or it just is the way it is. Like, there is no, there's a lesson there somewhere. All right, so what card is going to just summarize it all beautifully? This one. All right, this one. Oh, the Seven of Cups. That looks so beautiful. All right, as always, my beautiful tarot readers, you are more than welcome to put the accurate meaning of a card in the comments because, I just go off what it feels like. Although today I am going to look at the book because she looks like she is This lady on the rock here looks like she's praying for some sort of outcome. And, you know, I don't know who that's supposed to be, but it looks like she is getting her wishes answered. Again, please put it in if that is not the case. 10, 9, 8, 7. All right, so here we are with, oh, Aphrodite confronting Psyche with the tasks which she must perform in order to win Eros back. Psyche is kneeling on a rock before the goddess, acknowledging divine sovereignty in all matters of love. Aphrodite rising out of the water points to 7 golden cups which float on clouds before her. So it's talking about an emotional situation where many potentials are evident, but where the individual is faced with the challenge of choosing and acting in realistic terms to make those potentials manifest. So, you know, matters of the heart, intuition, nostalgia, doesn't it just fit perfectly with the all the Cancer themes that we're looking at here? You know, Cancer is very nostalgic. So, oh, it even says here about responding, not reacting. You know, Aphrodite demands a price, though. So, what is that price? Psyche cannot have Eros without performing these labors. Okay, all right. So yeah. So, is there some sort of thing that you need to do to make these things manifest? And even, you know, with manifestation, it takes focus, energy, specificity. You know, you can't be specific, like, you know, your reticular activating system. You know, you need to be very specific about the things that you're asking the universe to give you. So when you think about it deeply, you can see how you get to a place from where you've been. Like, and in the present, is that where you want to continue these things? Or do you need to alter? Do you need to change your perspective and the way that you're speaking and communicating to get a different outcome to the one that you've always got before? Yes, isn't that amazing, Karen? It just all just sort of fits. It all just fits. So, have a plan. You know, in my book here it says when you realize you've got shit to do, the drive is going to kick in. All right, so it is about that. You know, thinking, responding, not reacting. Be on a mission. Be very aware that you may be traversing new landscapes. So you do have to be careful about where you're stepping and what you're saying, because these patterns are just so ingrained in us that it's an automatic response. So very much consciousness. You know, we're innocent in this day with this Aries moon, but we're trying. All right, we're maturing. We're doing what we need to do. So I've got quite a few readings on today, which I'm absolutely thrilled about. I've written a note on my board, and instantly the universe is like, "Okay, here you go." So maybe that type of thing for you. Be very specific about what you're asking the universe to give you, and like I've seen a response in one day. So you can also do this, but be very specific. Be like really suss out those things that you're asking for, because is it really what you want? If you got what you wanted, would that make you happy? All right. Oh, good. Yeah, but it's your birthday, Karen. Your solar return needs to just be a joyful day, because that's what you're expecting for the rest of the year. So I love that. And I love that you're a plane watcher. It's so cute. When I was living in Mascot, I didn't even think twice about looking at planes, but there you go. It is something that I know quite a few people that are plane spotters. So I hope you have an amazing year. And with that, ladies and gents, for the replay, I will let you go and have a beautiful day. And like I said, I am around. So if anybody does need to reach out and have a chat, I am here. So, mwah, take it easy, ladies, and I will see you tomorrow.